Right about here, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to get yourself and your soul together. This man will make your liver quiver. This man will make your bladder splatter. This man will freeze your knees. If you will, let's all welcome the world's godfather of soul, soul brother number one, James Brown! James Brown! James Brown!
James Brown is easily one of the most famous African Americans in the world, and arguably the most influential American in pop history music. His imprint has been felt throughout Western Europe, Asia, the Far East, and beyond. His dances, his language, his music, his style, his pioneering funk, his manner of speaking are all stamped into American consciousness as deeply as that of any civil rights leader or sports hero, including Muhammad Ali, Michael Jordan, Martin Luther King, and Malcolm X. He is also arguably the most misunderstood and misrepresented African American figure of the last 300 years. And I would speculate that he is nearly as important and as influential as American social history as, say, Harriet Tubman or Frederick Douglass. When his 2006 funeral procession slowly steered through Harlem, men rushed out of barbershops with shaving creams on their faces, children stayed home from school, old people wept openly. The Apollo Theater crowds lined the streets for 5 city blocks. Black America from front to back took a knee and bowed. The king of pop himself, Michael Jackson, flew to Augusta for the funeral service, a coronation from a king to a king. But James Brown was our soul. He was unquestionably black, unquestionably proud, unquestionably a man. During the course of a 45-year career, James Brown sold more than 200 million records, recorded 321 albums, 16 of them hits, wrote 832 songs, and made 45 gold records. He revolutionized American music. He was the first person to fuse jazz into popular funk, the first to record a live album that became a #1 record. His influence created several categories of music now tabulated by Billboard, Variety, Downbeat, and Rolling Stone. He sang with everyone from hip-hop creator Afrika Bambaataa to Pavarotti to jazz arranger Oliver Nelson. His band was revolutionary. It was made up of outstanding players and vocalists, among the best in popular music this nation has ever produced. Yet James Brown never once made the cover of Rolling Stone magazine during his lifetime. To the music world, he was an old appendage, kind of a freak, a large rock in the road that couldn't get around, a clown, a black category. But he was a super talent, a great dancer, a real show, a laughter, a drug addict, a troublemaker, all hair and teeth, a guy who couldn't stay out of trouble. The man simply defied description. The reason? Brown was a child of a country in hiding, America's South. There is nowhere in the USA quite like American South. There's no place more difficult to fully understand or fully capture. No one book can get close to the man because he comes from a land that no one book can explain. A land shaped by a history of slavery and oppression and misunderstanding, whose self-definition defies simple explanation and pushes out any impression you might try to lay upon it. The South is simply a puzzle. The whole thing is actually a troubling metaphor for what race discourse has become in America now. A troubled world, this new America, a disturbing world where the N-word is passé, but the notion of poverty is not. A world with liars on both sides of the racial divide who will say anything and twist any history any way they can in order to gain a percentage. A nation of private, for-profit, supermax prisons full of young men who desperately need help, guarded by other young men who once worked on farms and grew corn and raised cows in the very same places those prisons now stand. A world of beer and cognac, guns, violence, nice cars, tennis shoes, and Super Bowl commercials. It's all jive. It's for us. It's by us. It's sold to us. By ourselves. The new cultural export, American Jive.